Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Source. Got a bunch of Friday night college football games just kicking off now, so I'm gonna rip through this video real quick. Got a good ACC matchup here. Wake Forest, Florida State. Let's go.
Welcome to The Source. The Source. Source. Hey, get the Source.
All right, Wake Forest on the road at Florida State here. The line opened up Noles laying a full touchdown. Noles -7. Early action is pretty split down the middle. 56% of the money on Florida State as of Tuesday morning. But check it out. Later in the week, we do get a big chunk of Wake Forest money coming in, and the books react to it. They dropped this line off of the hard 7. We're now looking at Florida State -6.5 as of Friday night. So let's cap this game. If you subscribe to this channel, you already know the first step. We're running the numbers through the spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be Florida State -7.76. So that's about a 1-point lean towards the Noles. Not much to go by there. All right, let's break down the matchup real quick, and we'll start with a brief history. Florida State has dominated this head-to-head matchup. 30 wins to just 8 losses to this Wake Forest team. But to be fair, the Deacons have taken the last 2. Let's start with the Florida State offense, and welcome to the Jordan Travis show. I really like this Florida State team, man. I'm 2-0 betting on Florida State this year. I backed them against LSU. Then I backed them against again in the Louisville game. So should I back them a third time, or is it time to fade? Let's take a look. So I was surprised to see that Florida State's offense is ranked just 31st in OFEI. I thought it would be higher than that. I mean, they played a tough schedule. They're averaging over 500 yards of offense a game. They have a top 10 quarterback in Jordan Travis, maybe even a top 5 quarterback. They got a 6'7" wide receiver, 6'7", who's virtually unguardable at times in Johnny Wilson. They're actually the only team in the country that has 2 wide receivers ranked in PFF's top 15 right now. This is an absolutely explosive offense, and how do they match up against the Wake Forest defense? The same way everyone matches up against the Wake Forest defense. It's a very favorable matchup. The Deacons don't play much defense. This dates back to last season. This team is 71st in the country in yards per play allowed, 94th in passing yards allowed per game, 55th in DFEI. Long story short, this is a very, very bad Power 5 defense, and Florida State should put up 40+ in this game. The question is, can Sam Hartman and this Wake Forest offense put up 40 points right back? And it's a really good question because this Deacon offense is very good. As explosive as I just said Florida State was, Wake Forest is right there with them. The Wake Forest Deacons are 7th in the country in passer rating as a team. 7th in the country, and they played one of their games without Sam Hartman. So they're 7th in the country in passer rating with a backup quarterback game in there. Also, one of my favorite stats, the Deacons offense is 12th in the country, averaging 9.6 yards per pass attempt. Love teams that aren't afraid to go down the field. So does the Florida State defense have anything in the chamber to slow down Sam Hartman and this Deacon offense? And the answer is kinda. Florida State is 2nd in the country, allowing just 6 yards per opponent's pass attempt, which is great. But then you look at opponents' passer rating, they drop all the way down to 50th in the country. So Sam Hartman should definitely be able to pick apart this Noles defense underneath for sure. Here's the thing. I think if we take both these passing attacks, I think it's a wash. I think both these teams are going to be able to make plays through the air on each other. So I'm going to call that dead even. The difference maker for me is the run game, because Florida State can run the football somewhat. Actually, they run the football pretty well. Wake Forest, not so much. Lack of a run game, I should say, when it comes to Wake Forest. Wake is just 117th in the country, averaging just 2.7 yards per carry. That's ugly. Yo, meanwhile, the Noles, like I said, they can run the football a little bit. Trayshawn Ward, very talented. He's got 350 yards, 3 touchdowns on 6.5 yards a carry so far this season. So that really shoved me over to the Florida State side, the fact that they can run the football and Wake can't. And also when you add on the fact that Wake Forest just lost an emotional heartbreaker in double overtime to Clemson last week, now has to travel all the way down to Tallahassee to play a very good Florida State team dripping with confidence right now. So I'm going to lay the points here with the Noles. I'm on Florida State. Give me Florida State -6.5. Hopefully it doesn't go back up to 7. We'll see. I'll keep you posted on Twitter. If you're interested in the final ticket where I do the bet of the day, the top 7 bets, parlays of the day, underdogs of the day, if you're interested in that, make sure you head over to KyleKirms.com or download the Sauce Network app. College football week 5 Saturday. Let's have a good one. Bet smart, pick your spots. Let's bring in some units, and I'll talk to you on Twitter.